Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be touching on BPD. It often comes side by side with anxiety. 80% of people who have BPD also have anxiety, and the other 20% might have some other mental illness or just BPD itself. But BPD is a personality disorder characterized by a long term pattern of unstable, unpersonal relationships, distorted sense of self, and strong emotional reactions. Those affected often engage in self harm and other dangerous behaviors. They may also struggle with a feeling of emptiness, fear of abandonment, and detachment from reality, which is very true. Symptoms of BPD may be triggered by events considered normal to others. That's what the society don't understand. They think it's normal, but to us it's not. Anyhow, back to BPD. BPD typically begins by early adulthood, which a lot of people don't know they've actually got until they go and see a psychiatrist, and occurs across a variety of situations. Substance use disorders, depression, and eating disorders are commonly associated with BPD. You might have one of these. If you do, like the video. Approximately 10% of people affected with the disorder die by suicide. Now, that's pretty sad. The disorder is stigmatized in both the media, the psychiatric field, and as a result is often underdiagnosed. And that is true, underdiagnosed. Like, there's a lot more people suffering from it because they won't come forward because of the stigma. The causes of BPD are unclear but seem to involve genetic, neurological, environment, and social factors. It occurs about 5 times more often in a person who has an affected close relative. Adverse life events appear to also play a role. The underlying mechanism appears to involve in the network of neurons. BPD is recognized by the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Health Disorders (DSM) as a personality disorder, along with 9 other such disorders. This condition must be differentiated from identity problem or substance. Let's touch on the things that I can give you to help you, and also the tools to help you and cope with this and get it under control a little bit better. And I'll talk about how I feel and how it affects me. Now, I have anxiety severe and BPD. Now, my day-to-day life revolves around this. Is before I got myself a routine. I would just get up feeling like absolute crap. Just no plans for the day, no motivation. And I often used to say to my mum, "Are you looking at me funny?" or things like that, because you get paranoid. You think everybody's looking down at you when they're actually not. BPD, that's what it makes you do. It makes you question everything about people. It's horrible. You shouldn't have to do that. And 9 times out of 10, the things that we're thinking, that they're thinking, are wrong. But we can't see that, obviously, because that's what our illness, or we wouldn't have BPD in the first place. But the common treatments of BPD in, like, the UK, is basically they make you go and see a psychiatrist before you get medication. Other illnesses, it's medication first, but with BPD, it's going to see a psychiatrist maybe 2 times a week, and then medication comes after that. I've also noticed when I first discovered I had BPD, I had a problem getting on medication, trying many different ones. Quetiapine, metrazapine, propanol, sertraline, fluoxetine, the list goes on. I've tried them all. None of them worked. And I finally found one that worked. But I'm not going to mention that med in here because it's my personal life. But it works for me. and it's prescribed from the doctor. And I'll say I'm on diazepam because they help. I got prescribed them. They really, really help me. They calm you down when your heart rate starts to go boop, 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 boop. You'll understand that's more the anxiety side of things, but BPD can also cause your heart rate to go faster than it should. But no, honestly, like I used to get up and just I didn't. It's when you didn't have plans for the day. What can you do? You sit in your house looking at the same four walls, feeling sorry for yourself, listening to sad music. This is the truth. This is the God's honest truth. I'm being open with you. This is what I used to do. I'm not ashamed because I am now. I've got a routine which I will say at the end, which might help you guys. But no, before this, I was just a total mess. One minute day I'd be happy, next day I'd be arguing with everyone, and I'm not gonna go too personal into my family and that, but I'd be arguing with my mum, my dad, and cousins, and just everybody, mates, and things like that. And another thing is, which I find a really big thing with BPD, is you make up excuses when you've got to, like, say you've organised something with your friends. This is anxiety as well, actually. You'll say you've organised lunch for 12 the next day. Say it's a Monday and you've organised it for Tuesday. Do you notice when that Tuesday comes you've got a fear about meeting for that lunch? Which should be no fear. You're only going for food. But then it'll get that bad sometimes you'll say, right, I can't go. But you don't want to tell them that the BPD or your anxieties caused this, unless it's a very close friend that understands that. You'll say, oh, I'm not feeling well, or my mum's not well, or this has happened, that's happened, just to avoid going to the actual lunch. It doesn't need to be lunch, it could be anything you've planned. So this is why I'd give you a tip. Don't plan things if you suffer from anxiety and BPD, unless the person knows that you might cancel, because 9 times out of 10 you'll have the feeling of cancelling. And when I didn't have it under control, I was cancelling, but I was making the plans in my head. I was good intentions are going, I really wanted to do it. I was like, yes, can't wait till tomorrow. Next day, no. I just, it totally was like, no, I can't go, and I'd make up an excuse, and I felt hella guilty doing that to my friends. Now I don't need to, because I know I suffer from it. But yeah, that's what I used to do, and if yous have done that, you can probably relate to what I'm speaking about. But now that I'm in a better place, this is the routine I've got. I get up at 8. I take a dog a walk, maybe like it's about a 2 mile, 3 mile walk. Between 8 and 9, say. This is God's honest truth, no lies to you. Take a dog a walk. I'll come back. I'll have a cup of tea, take my medication, and then wait for it to kick in. And once it kicks in, then I start to feel stable, and then I'll go about my day. I'll go to the shops. I can do things like just try and keep as active as possible, whether it's cleaning, which is not my thing, but anyhow, I've got my flat, so I have to clean, washing, I'll get my dishes on, once everything's done, then you sit and think, right, what am I gotta do now? This is when it starts to get tricky. What am I gotta do now? This is if you sit and need too much time on your hands, take up a hobby. Why not take up a hobby like painting, drawing, whatever you're good at? Even gaming on a computer can distract your mind. But it's like it's whatever you find helps you. This is just my tips to you guys. You guys might have tips to give me, which would be much appreciated. But this is my routine and my tips to you. So what I'll do after that is I'll come back and I'll maybe do a workout. It releases endorphins, which are chemicals in your body that actually are better than medication sometimes. Like if you go to the gym, come back, you feel $1,000,000, and it lasts for about an hour to 2, sometimes 3, to be fair with you. But I'll have a protein shake, I'll drink an energy drink to give me a little boost. Caffeine is supposed to be bad for anxiety and BPD, so try not to drink too much of it. I've started trying to cut down, but I'm finding it hard. But no, my routine is what I was just describing to you, has been about 6 months it went solid for, and I felt brilliant. I had everything under control. Then click, like a flip of a switch. One day I woke up and 6 months of good work just gone. Just like that. Went right into a spiral. Downwards, downwards, and downwards into a black hole. And if you're still listening to this and haven't cut off, please listen. I started getting mad suicidal thoughts. This was only for 4 months ago or something, 3 months ago. I'm better now. That's me back into my routine. But this 3 month was dark, and you'll understand. I just didn't want to leave a house. I remember I got a Tesco with my mother and I had to walk out because I was shaking. I took a panic attack. Got a taxi home. Or just loads of things. Like I just was basically stuck in and could not go out. It was horrible. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's debilitating. It makes you feel you're non-human. Like, why am I like this? Why me? Like, why me is a big thing. Why me? Why is this happening to me? I didn't choose anxiety. Anxiety chose me. BPD chose me. Why me? Like, it's just... Well, I gave up weed 10 years ago now. So, the psychiatrist thinks the side effects of giving up weed have caused my anxiety. And it's just got worse and worse because I left it untreated. When I was 10 years ago, I was, 24, so at 24 you think you know it all, do you? So you didn't go to doctors or psychiatrists. But now I'm 34, 10 years later I've realised, if I caught it on the bud. So you younger ones listen to this in your 20s, nip it on the bud before it gets worse, because it does get worse. If you do not want to help yourself, help's not got to fall out of the sky. And that's another thing. A lot of folk think that help should be given to them. Yes, it should be. Mental health services are a big letdown, especially Cornhill. I actually kicked off the other day, walked out the office, I actually flipped the table. It was crazy. I'm not going to get into that, but Cornhill's got a 2.5 star rating, and if you look at the comments, there's not one good thing to say about it. Not one good thing. Lots of people have walked out of there and just went and ended their life. They don't tell you that statistics. Loads of people have walked out of there. Imagine you don't have family, nothing to support you, and you walk out of there feeling worse than you did before you go in. Because that's often what happens, and then you go and take your own life. How sad. That makes me sad. It brings tears to my eyes thinking about people with no one to support them. That's why my door's always open for anyone. Strangers even. Honest to God. I've helped many strangers in my life. God knows this. But anyhow, now I'm in a better place. Like I says, the medication does get you stable, but you can't rely on medication. You've actually got to put that bit of help and effort in yourself. Walking helps. Anything that releases endorphins helps. I know it's hard to push yourself and get up and get out of bed and go and do it. It is really hard. Really hard. Hard isn't even a word. So then I think I'm judging anyone, because listen, who's saying that I want to go back in a black hole? That's what BPD is, up and down your mood swings. But no, the anxiety is the worst thing for me. My anxiety is worse than my BPD. But today this is about BPD, this video. So guys, I'm not going to talk about this too much longer because I don't want to get you bored. But if you could leave your comments under like the video, or even comment on my Facebook page to if you suffer from any of these symptoms, and was any of this helpful, because if it wasn't, then well, it wasn't helpful. That's not much I can say. I am trying to spread mental health awareness as best as I can. Again, I'm trying to spread it worldwide on YouTube. But there's another thing that helps. Meditation. That is, I forgot. Oh my god, meditation. Excuse me, because my brain is very forgetful due to the cannabis I used to smoke 10 years ago. Got short-term memory loss. That's right. Meditation at night time or during the day, whenever you feel crap, shitty, Find meditation, type it in YouTube, whatever kind of mood you're in, you can get heartbeat slow down meditation, meditation to calm your breathing, meditation to relax you, sleep meditation. I used to be one of them. It's like, meditation, not a chance, that's not gonna help me. Oh by God, that really, really helps. So guys, I'll leave it on that note. Meditation. Don't forget to give it a go. Don't mock it. And dinna say after one session, oh, that's no worked. It takes weeks to get into meditation. Weeks. Just like yoga. That's another thing, yoga. I've not tried it, but I know a few friends that have got anxiety and a BPD, and that helps them. But meditation's the one that helps me. There's many other things you can do to help yourselves. This is just some ideas. But anyhow, guys, thank you for watching the video, and I hope your BPD and anxiety is not too bad today. It's a Tuesday this video is recorded. I'm going to wait upload it now. So have a blessed Tuesday. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.